anyway,
you ever had too much to drink and did some shit that you
right here in your home, yes, I have with you. I sure have.
you know good.
Great
Hold on.
answer.
Let me clap. Let me clap. That's good. You know what?
Great answer.
Well,
I have.
I want to tell people, okay, so I want to tell D2, I want to tell people something.
Okay.
We've been married 22 years, right?
Yes.
And I want to tell people our relationships are not perfect. We don't always agree.
That's
We
right.
don't always, and sometimes when we don't agree, that's actually how we start this with pillow talk.
Right.
So I want to tell them, do something called story time.
Okay.
I want to tell them a story about us. You don't know what I'm about to say.
No, I do
But
not.
I want to tell them a story about us that cultivated, helped our relationship.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. So I used to work at a group home. And so, see, look, I used to work at a group home. And so one night at this group home, you know, she knocked on my door. You know, I slept over at the group home. She knocked on the door, and I'm like, "What you doing?" Oh, first she called me. She called me, and then she said, "What you doing?" I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing too much. And then, so okay, so I got to tell y'all this story. Coach Ken ain't always been Coach Ken. So, you know, she called me, and I'm like, you know, back then I was like, hey, I'm good. I'm about to put. I was yawning. Oh, I'm about to put the guy to sleep. And she was like, okay. But what I did know was, y'all, back then, she had my pager code. You remember you had my pager code?
I do. I remember that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say those names.
Okay. You don't have to.
I ain't gonna say, but you remember this event.
I do.
And then she came over to my job. And I'm like, somebody knocked on the door. Dot, 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 dot. And I was like, who is that? I was like, who is it? He was like, it's Karen. I was like, what you doing over here? Now, Karen, it's a lot of years later. It's 20, 30 years later, right? 30 years later, you want me to come clean.
Yes.
You want me to come clean. All right, I'm going to come completely clean.
Okay.
With nobody there.
Q, that's not
Okay, but I gotta finish telling you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So I opened the door, y'all. And then she was like, what you doing? I was like, I ain't doing nothing. 11 o'clock at night. What are you doing here? I just came to see what you was doing. What I'm doing? So this is what she said. She said, I use your bathroom. And I just put my arm, no, you can't use the bathroom. The guy's in there asleep. Remember that?
I remember.
Okay. Now, here's my question. There's a moral to this story. Now, after that,
you better get to it.
We wasn't.
I'm about to start getting hot.
I just want to tell you
Okay.
All right. Now, we weren't going together then.
Kenny, that's not true.
We weren't going together then. I mean,
Kenny,
but
do you know how I got over there?
How did you get over there?
In your Volvo. I drove your car there.
You drove my car? I let you use my joint, though.
We were going together.
I mean, you hung around me. We weren't
just
going.
Don't want to repent for those days. We went together back.
But I tell you this story. I got to tell you the story because the moral of my story is this: she left there. She was hot, but she went and called my boy. She called my friend, my main man, Big AP, Big Alan Palmer.
He called that?
Big Palmer. Big Palmer.
I never know
Palmer told me. He didn't tell me. He told me about 3 years ago. He told me about 3 years ago.
I used to call Palmer all the time when I was mad at you.
Well, he didn't tell me that.
And he used to just listen to me. And he was a really, 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 really good friend.
He is a good friend.
When I tell you, that is the truth.
Did he say that I didn't have nobody there though?
No. He never say he didn't. He would say things like, what make you think that? What could it have been? Yeah, I probably threatened to unalive you back then.
You threatened. But the story is, hey, look, get you a partner, that's got your
You
back.
tried to trick me. It didn't even matter because I knew somebody was there, Kenny, because it was a car in the driveway. And then you said that it was something, the worker's car broke down. And then I pulled off, and about 20 minutes later, the car left, and I came back. You said, you ain't see the tow truck? The tow truck came to pick up the car. So you was just telling lies all over.
But I admit it. And so this is the part of this podcast I want to be on.
Uh-huh.
I used to lie.
Uh-huh.
I was slippery. Lying.
That's why I had to have your pager code. So you have to tell that part of it before you say I had pager code. You have to say I was lying.
Yes.
I was cheating.
Lying, slipping, and dipping.
Whatever.
But we weren't married. This was long before
we weren't married. And she had my pager code.
I didn't know you had my pager code.
I know. I kept it for so long.
You know, how did you get my pager code though? Because I was reckless careless?
No. This is how I get your pager code. I was the one who paid to get it set up. And so I set the pager code up and I gave it to you and you never changed it. He was slipping and dipping in what more than one way you slipped. You never changed it.
All right.
And I remember one time you said, Karen, do you have my pager code?
I did say that. I said, do you have my pager code?
I said, how would I get it? And you were like, yeah, right.
Golly. I mean, you had it all along.
All along.
You was a true stalker.
I was a true stalker. You ain't been stalked unless you been stalked by a fat girl. Remember that time I stalked you outside the house?
Tell them the story. Tell them that story.
That's for another day. Well, okay, I had you.
But I wasn't doing nothing then. I was doing nothing.
That night, nobody was here. That night, nobody was here because I got in the house. But you was still.
No, I wasn't, man. I didn't do anything. I was, man. You said, okay. You said out of
you didn't.
You said out of my driveway.
And went through the woods.
No, nobody was doing it.
No, you weren't.
All right, so here's the part. Here's the part of this. The part of this, the problem. And y'all, why I'm telling y'all this story? Because I want people to understand that you and I stayed together. All right. And I'm going to tell them before we leave tonight, because there's a lot of people out there in relationships that, and I wasn't even going to go this route, but I'm going to go this route because there are a lot of people out there that need to hear this story.
Okay.
Yes, we had our relationship was you were there for me through a lot of stuff. But you know what the truth is? I was looking for a relationship outside. You were my friend. I was looking everywhere else for a relationship. And meaning not saying,
I know what you
I was looking everywhere else. And I didn't realize that everything I wanted was right there. Now I want to tell this story right here because it's important to somebody out there who doesn't know their value. I got to tell this story. And you'll get, we got a million stories and we got a million things, clients that we help. I got to tell this story. So my wife and I have been dating a lot of years. It had been a few years. And honestly, we weren't really together as long as she gonna tell y'all. Because I'm gonna tell the story. She's gonna tell you her part of it. But I'm gonna tell you my part of it. One day, my wife used to collect wedding books, and I would always say, at the end of the year, I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do. But I felt pressure. I felt like she was trying to pressure me into marriage. I did. Man.
The wedding books were at my house. They were not at your house. I didn't bring them for you to go through them. You saw them when you came to my house. But I understand. Okay, pressure. Go ahead.
Okay, but to your credit, this is why they need to get this story.
Okay.
All right, and so what happened was one day Net threw away all of the wedding books. She threw. Oh, by the way, her name is Karen. Her nickname, her stage name is simply Net. I call her Net. We call her Net. So she threw away all the wedding books. And I was like, good. I don't really care. I ain't trying to get married. But so let me tell you what she did. One day she get a call. I answered the call. Well, and she says to me, we need to talk. The words most men hate to hear. We need to talk. All right, what we need to talk about? She said, can I come over? Sure, come on over. So she says to me this, y'all, and this is going to bless somebody. She said to me these words, and after I said, I want you to take it for what it is. Okay. She said, I have done everything that I could do. I've shown you that I'm a wife. I've shown you I've been everything. I've been there for you during the time we have been there for people in our family close to us had died. I've been there for you when you went bankrupt in your business. I've been there for you. And when everybody left you, I've been there. Okay? She said, I've shown you that I'm a wife, but I can't show you anything more. There is nothing else that I could give you right now. And she said, if you are not my husband, I'm going to let this go. Okay? And then she left. And I was like, all right, then. Now, my pride kicked in at that point, my ego, pimping me, you know? And I said, all right, day one. I said, she'll call back. Because normally, by day three, we'll talk like, we don't really say nothing. Can I come over and hit that, hit that? And then we got good, can give me something to eat, But this time, day two, I heard nothing. By day three, I'm like, she tripping. By day three, she tripping. By day four, nothing. By this time, I'm like, she for real? By day seven, you hadn't called me. And I realized something. You remember I called you? Mm-hmm. And I said, can we talk? And I realized that time of separation. See, a lot of times, y'all, you will not separate yourself long enough for the other person to experience life without you. And when she did it, I called her back and realized that I no longer want to have her out of my life. And that was when I said, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to commit fully to you. You remember that day? Mm-hmm. Tell people, what was you thinking? And I can tell you where I was, but what were you thinking?
Doing a callback or
during that whole process?
I don't know. I was in a place where I knew that I was wife material. I wasn't a girlfriend. I was a wife, and I had been your whatever I was to you, but to me, I was your girlfriend. So I've been your girlfriend for 12 long years. I don't care what your story is.
We did not go together for no 12 years.
Kenny,
Stop
you need to tell the whole story. Like when you had a key to my house, you were my boyfriend. When you used to come and wash your clothes, you were not my boyfriend. When you had free reign over the refrigerator, washing powder, the TV, you control the remote control. You came and got a book of food stamps every time you got hungry. You were my boyfriend. This is the time where I need my sister to chime in. You were my boyfriend.
Hey, my guy just said, he just you was the boyfriend. Yo, listen.
This is my boyfriend. You were my boyfriend. I don't care what you say. I might have been your girlfriend, but you were my boyfriend. And so I had given everything I had to this relationship. And I was like, it was nothing else in my mind. It's nothing more that we could do. We can't do no more. We couldn't build a business together. We could not get a joint account together. Like it was nothing that we could do together. And I knew that I wanted to be a wife. I knew that I had to stand up for myself. At some point, I had to love myself more than I loved you. And that's what I didn't do before. I loved you more than me. And I said, God, I have to love me more than I love Kenny. I had to put myself first. I had to walk away. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
You want to call me back, though. Somebody says this. Somebody, Kay Williams, says, yes, ma'am. We got together at that point. We go together at that point.
We go together.
We do not go together.
Boyfriend.
You got, somebody said, oh, how beautiful and sweet. There it is. I think, who is that to my boyfriend? Somebody said, talk for fun. Look, boyfriend, I gotta ask you this though. I want to. Hey, Dab said, hey, Dab gave me some claps. I gotta ask you a question. Robert talking about you were boyfriend facts receipts. I love how you two love. I gotta ask you this though.
Yes.
We didn't go together for 12 years, in my eyes, but you stayed a lot longer than I tell my clients to stay.
You know, I stayed a lot longer than I would tell somebody to stay, but it worked for us. I honestly feel like had we gotten married 2 days prior to what we did, it wouldn't work. I think that um that again, that was what was best for us. Even though you felt like those wedding books were pressure, that was something I never wanted to feel like I pressured you into marrying me. Because I never wanted you to be able to come back and say, I didn't even want to do this anyway. And so that was important to me.
Hey, Kay, thank you for sending us a super chat. We appreciate
Thank
you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Y'all, we're going to work out all of these audio as we move.
Thank you guys for
because we have
with
a
us.
great
Thank you
team.
so much.
We have a great team. And y'all, bear with us. Thank you so much. Y'all remember when I first started doing videos? I ain't no editor. I know videos weren't all that great. I used to say, Coach! But y'all remember that. Okay, Ned. So that being said, so they getting to know us. They're getting to know us a little bit. They're gonna hear stories all throughout when we're doing this podcast on Thursday night. And it'll get better, and things are going to get better with it. But we always want to talk about modern relationships.
Modern relationships.
You got something for me. You kept talking. You was talking to me about I got something for you. What is it?
Okay, so I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't know if it was whatever it was on social media. I saw something. So here it is. A man proposes to a woman with a receipt of her $70,000 student loan debt being paid in full instead of a ring. She thanks him, but says she still requires a ring before getting married. What is she? A, reasonable, B, ungrateful, C, smart, D, dumb. $70,000 student loan. He paid it off in full. And she was like, thank you so very much, but I still need my ring.
How you feel about it? Don't trip. If you trip for real, hey, I'm gonna cut your week short.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I remember one time, and we were dating, I guess. I don't know if I was your girlfriend, but you had gotten your taxes back, right? And you told me.
You remember?
Yeah. You said, you know what? You're always there. You support me. You do a lot of things for me. When I get my taxes, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars.
Okay.
And I was like, word. Like, I was thinking of all the things I was going to buy with these X amount of dollars. When you rolled up on me, do you know what you had done?
Uh-huh.
Paid my cell phone bill up in full. And you pay all this, like my cell phone, but I your cell phone bill up.
Uh-huh.
I don't really need that cell phone. It was, this was like, this was 25 years ago, 27 years ago. So my thing is, I feel her pain. I wanted the tax money. I didn't want you to help me pay that cell phone bill off.
So
let me make my monthly payment.
So wait a minute.
Make no big old lump sum. So I was about to go to Lane Bryant and ball out.
You about to ball out of Lane Bryant.
I about to ball out Lane Bryant after Christmas sale. Like it was January. You had just got your taxes. I had some stuff I was gonna buy. But no, you gonna pay my cell phone bill up. You gonna give me the rest. I was like, what? I can't
with you.
I know how the girl feel.
Look, okay.
What would you say though?
First
if
off,
you did that for me,
she ungrateful as hell.
I didn't tell you that I was upset about that. You never do that until this moment. Like I just took the L on her and just
they be having those penny specials. I didn't realize the bra a plus size bra was that expensive.
I wish you just wouldn't have called it a plus size bra.
I mean, that's
but I just wish you just would have said a bra. You didn't have to put plus size.
I mean,
nowhere in the bra.
I mean, but
So,
that wire that runs underneath that bra, that wire costs like a mother. I ain't gonna lie. That wire is to hold that thing up. That wire. When they tell me the bar $60 or $70 for that wire, I'd be like, shit, I can get you some wire. I mean,
listen, what would you do though? So if you came in and you said, but let's just say this: that we didn't have a ring when we got married until we got down the aisle.
We did. Okay, so let me say this: he paid off $70,000 worth of her student loan, and he's saying that is my wedding gift / ring. Because what a ring? Because that's why I see it. Or what does a ring represent? It's the ring represents something, our bond, our unity. See, it's not just the ring, just to have the ring. What he's saying, this $70,000 that I'm paying off so we can live this life represents our bond, our partnership. Okay? And so that's all I'm saying. And so for me, that's ungrateful as shit. I mean, I'm playing 7th grade, you say I still want a ring? Are you serious? I'm just saying.
This is the thing though. I remember when I told people that we were getting married, the first thing women say is, where is the ring? That is the that's what lets them know, where's the ring?
Yeah. You said I just paid $70K in student loans. It's the damn ring.
You just don't know women. You just don't know.
I just coached thousands of them.
At this age that I'm at, I paid my loan off. But 30 years ago,
Let's say this.
I don't know that I would have not like having a ring.
So would you have called the wedding? I'm talking about young Ken. I'm not talking about the one who is seasoned and got a little more wisdom. Got a crook on her shoulder.
I would have called the wedding off, but I would have been a little dissatisfied. But I would have called the wedding off.
You've been dissatisfied?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What say you guys? What say you? And these are modern, because we want to bring up modern issues, real things people go through. One of the things they said is this lady said he paid off the seat for $70,000 loan, but she was still wanting a ring. She's like, look, I still want a ring. What say you? Do you still want a ring? Kay Williamson say, yes, the loan. And that's good. Yes. The loan. All right. Brenda, what's up? Brenda says the loan and the ring.
Teresa said she would be grateful.
Right. Kay, thank you so much for super chat. We appreciate that. Thank you for
going there. Where is the ring? Somebody said, where is the ring?
Where's the ring?
Yes.
Brenda, what if you could only get one? What if it was
loan and the ring?
Yeah, Brenda say loan and the ring. Yes. But let's say he could only do one.
Well, then you pay a little bit less on my student loan, sir. I appreciate you. Yes. Pay, yeah, a little bit, leave me a balance.
When you got married, we didn't have rings. Well, we had bands. I didn't give you a ring, but what did I tell you? I said, at the time, I wasn't even that great financially. I said, I'm gonna get you a ring, but right now this band represents this bond.
I will tell you, Bishop Lockett, the late Bishop Lockett said this, and that's why I never put a lot into a ring. He quoted, a ring doesn't make you married, just like standing in a garage doesn't make you a car. And so never put a lot of anything on a piece of jewelry. Like I wanted the husband. Like I would much rather my representation of marriage be you, this thing on my finger, and you've been a great, like I gotta upgrade, but
Yeah, you can show them you got to upgrade.
she got
And
to
it's time for
upgrade.
your new joint.
I got a little upgrade.
Yeah.
But because I didn't have any stones. It was just a band.
Right.
We didn't have any stones. And I remember we actually sold those rings.
So speaking of ring, I want to give you a real life situation.
Okay.
People know this. I don't wear a wedding ring. I don't wear a wedding band. I don't wear a ring. Now, a lot of people have come up to me as a coach, and I tell them, I don't wear a wedding ring. I'm married. And how do y'all feel about, do you want speaking of your guy?
Is that a requirement?
Is that a requirement
not your guy or
that he makes
your spouse or your significant other? Is it a requirement that they wear a ring?
Yeah, because a lot of people say, so people have said to me, your wife don't let you go out without a ring?
That's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, alone and
somebody said loan and Amazon cheap to the ring. Okay, I get it. You want the ring. Now
they said they would say basically get a cheap ring. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. You don't have to break your bank with the ring, but I would like something.
So let me ask y'all this: do you feel like? Now I know that it's not a requirement for you. Mm-hmm. If your guy says, "I don't like rings. I don't want to wear a ring," or if the guys are listening, your lady says, "I don't like to wear rings." Is it a requirement? Candid says it's required. Put the ring on. Candace Jameson, right? Lady. All right. Definitely will be a requirement. Golden Melon says definitely a requirement.
Yeah, for me, again, like you've never you had the ring on at our wedding,
right?
And that was it.
I got football championship rings that I got before you that I don't
Let's say before you.
I got them before you.
Say that just sounds like,
I mean,
so unloving. Before you, like I'm just a piece of one of your.
I just got it
before you. I got a ring before you. Before we were together, when I was in college and I played ball, but I got that before you. That's just how I feel.
Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying.
Okay. You make me slide.
But yeah, like you're a watch wearer. Maybe I can get you a wedding watch.
Cartier, busted down Cartier. No, busted down, right?
No.
Bust ice out.
I thought it was like busted down. That's the boom, boom. That's what busted down is to me.
Please scratch that. Cut!
I can't say
cut! God damn. You said I thought busted down a Cartier watch? What the hell? No, busted down mean like down, iced out, okay?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, she tried to be, kind of.
I work with children.
Yeah, you kind of be,
hip and out of that. But I felt on that one miserably.
All right, so modern day relationships, baby. And what I want to do is modern day relationships. I want to ask you a question that goes on. Okay. A lot of your friends ask you stuff like, what's your secret house? You and him been together, y'all like yin yang, y'all good. Mm-hmm. And people don't know that we argue from time to time. We rarely argue, but we have disagreements.
Yeah, we have a great discussion.
But 16 years ago, we probably was headed to divorce court. Mm-hmm. 16 years ago. 6 years into our marriage, we were headed to the divorce court, I believe.
I probably had to call Palmer, too.
Did you call Palmer when we was married?
I probably did. If I was upset.
You called him when we was married?
If I was mad at you.
For real?
I probably haven't called Palmer in the past. How long have we been married? 22 years. Oh man, maybe 17 years. The early years, yeah. He called.
And but obviously he gave you some good advice. I mean, he gave you that advice.
You know what?
Because he realized pimps always stick together. I mean, he realized us pimps stick together. Now,
I appreciate that too. He and I could never like really talk about that because I thought it was a secret. I didn't know he shared.
But he just told me like 3 years ago.
But I appreciate, on a real, I appreciate him being there for me, like letting me dump or just whatever I was feeling, him listening. I don't feel like he ever judged me. I don't, I feel like that was something that, and I'm gonna talk to him about that later because I thought that was something he would take down, 6 feet under with him, but I see that he did not.
Well, you see, we stayed together. You see, we got married.
No, but
I mean,
but to be able to trust somebody like that, I don't have male friends.
Right.
I don't.
Well, my male friends are your friends.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I didn't come into the relationship with a lot of male friends.
Right.
And so to be able to trust him enough, for me to be able to feel safe enough to talk to your friend about you, that says a lot about who he is as a person.
I'm sitting here wondering what took him so long to tell me, though. Now that I think about it, he might not be my man like I think he is. I'm not just realizing me and the friends, so he might not be the man like I think he is.
He didn't feel, if he knew something, boy, he acted like the Dunn. He like he
what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. I'm down with do. With shoe. Huh? I'll call you right back. I'm just kidding. But again, like that's big. That's really big though.
Yeah, I got to holler at him. I just realized why he took so long to tell me because, but okay. So we was headed for divorce court 6 years ago, right? Because we just couldn't communicate.
Right.
What made you stay? Because a lot of couples don't stay through it. What would you say was what advice? Take it out or not?
We issue was big, and I think it's because we made it big. Like at the end of the day, when we sat down and we talked, we were dealing with hurt feelings and miscommunication. And I would say explore all the options. I teach something at school called STEP. The say the problem. You have to first say the problem and talk about different solutions, not just one. And then choose one, explore your options, and then choose a final. Pick a solution. But I think what we learned to do in the beginning was say what the problem was. We had to realize what the problem was.
Right.
But it's because we never stopped talking. Even if it hurt, we never stopped talking.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of communication, I wanted to say this, and as we wrap up tonight, we wanted y'all to get to know us, to know who we are. I wanted y'all to put listen, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, and I got a side piece, all in one woman. And I tell people, I said, listen, I am not a perfect man, but I am a man of honor. And I do what I say it is I'm going to do. Now, I want to say this. We couldn't communicate. And I want to take this time because this podcast is sponsored by the Pocket Communication Coach. So one of the things I learned from as a relationship coach and a communications expert, I wanted to get good at communication. And it's like I wanted to, first of all, Samaya sent out, she gave us a super chat. Somebody, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I want to stop you before you get there if I can.
Please.
Do you remember when we were sitting in the driveway and we were really talking about where the relationship was going to go.
Okay.
We were in a heated discussion. And I turned to you and I said, one day we are going to help couples. You remember that?
I do.
In that car, and you said, oh, we can't help ourselves. You know
that sounds like me.
But like all of this is ordained to me. Like this was set before we even knew that we would actually stay together. Like this was etched in stone. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you of that moment.
I tell my classes about it. I want to tell people this. And it's important. I knew early on, once I learned that communication was our problem. And I realized that, you know what, that we couldn't communicate like many of you can. And a lot of you know that 8 months ago, I started working on a project. I told my wife about it beforehand. I wanted to create something where I could coach people, teach them on how to actually communicate. And so we created this tool, this AI tool called Pocket Communication Coach. And what it does, y'all, we released it 4 weeks ago. It took me 7 months in development. I hired a developer, My wife knew late at night when I'm working, talking to the developer. And finally, I told them that people need to be able to communicate with other people, but a lot of people don't know what to say. So I said, make it so when they type it in, number one, it won't be aggressive. Because you don't operate good with aggression.
Yeah.
Because I'm straightforward. You perceive it as aggression or combative. But it couldn't be aggressive. It couldn't be combative. But it had to get your point across. And y'all, it is amazing. I'm getting testimonials. We got another testimonial today. And if you feel like you want to learn how to communicate, you want to say something, but you don't know how, not just to your romantic interests, not just to somebody dating, but to your friends, your family, your mother, your siblings. We want to restore relationships. And I couldn't do this podcast without telling people about it. Y'all, if you know that you don't know how to ask questions when you're dating, you don't know the questions to ask, I want you to download the Pocket Communication Coach. Go to pocketcommunicationcoach.com. I'm sure it's right on the screen. And I want you to download it for 7 days. Try it out, y'all. Because my marriage almost ended because I couldn't communicate. And then I had become expert. Then I decided I would be an expert at it. Honey, how have I done?
You do well. I love the fact, I am I will shut down.
You do. Y'all shut down.
Not anymore.
Run around. You ever notice how you used to walk around naked, your panties in your butt, and then walk around, and then we mad at each other. But I'm looking at it thinking, she's mad. I think you did that on purpose, though.
Did you just say that, though?
Yeah, you walk around with your panties in your butt, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, dang, I might want to get that, but we mad.
But
I'm just saying.
I like the fact that you didn't allow me. Like you said, I skipped over the panties in the butt. I like the fact that you didn't allow me.
But it was only on one side. They weren't in both sides. Just one side. I can see one whole cheek. It's one whole cheek.
Okay, we don't get better. Okay. But you wouldn't let me stay in that shell. Because I think I would have just stayed there. Just quiet, just not saying anything. And I didn't realize until later that it was a form of punishment.
It is.
Because you like to talk.
Yes.
And I had control, so I'd be quiet.
Yeah, so when did you realize that was control, though?
This is maybe a few years ago, is when I realized, wow, that it was a form of control. I was literally punishing him because I was taking away something that you love, and that's conversation.
You took away more than that.
Yeah, I did.
And when you walked around, I knew you was walking around on purpose. I
But
knew it.
how can you
I
be
knew
like
it. I knew it.
like your feelings are just truly hurt, and then somebody want to be intimate?
Into man,
Yeah, like somebody want to be all lovey-dovey.
I wasn't trying to be lovey-dovey. I was just trying to bang, trying to pop.
No,
trying
no,
to,
no, we gotta
hey,
talk first.
why?
We have to talk first
Why do we have to talk?
because I'm a lady.
Why can't we just, hey, why can't we just go? We meet in the middle of the court of the ring, and then you go to your car,
I'm
go to my
such a lady. I'm a lady. You have to speak to me first.
Well, okay, all right, well, I get it. But you know what, though? We did learn how to communicate better.
We did. We really did.
We worked on it.
Yes, we have. And I think I have worked on like 'cause you come hard and strong. You come in a little low now.
Hey,
Now
coming in hot. Coming in hot.
And I will talk now.
Our daughter said TMI. Our daughter said TMI.
She said, oh my
God. She said,
OMG.
Hey.
Hello, Brooke.
Hey, that's our baby girl. We love her. But you know what, Nat? I appreciate you joining me again.
I thank you for
y'all. Our team is fantastic.
You just cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was speaking. You've started already. I was saying no. I was just saying I thank you for like I think everybody needs a person that will push them beyond what they're comfortable at. You never, ever, ever let me stay comfortable in a place. And I am a person that will. And so I appreciate that in you. I appreciate the push, even when I don't want to be pushed. I appreciate that.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you
with your pretty self.
You fine.
Listen, y'all.
We gonna do something when we get over.
You ain't gonna do nothing. We sleep. She gonna fall asleep quick as hell. Anyway, unless she watching what's that? Love Hip Hop. But look, hey, look, y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all know I put out content. We growing super fast. Listen, all I can say is my mission, y'all, along with my wife, is to help transform people's lives. That is the reason I'm into it. I don't need no more fans or followers. I don't need people to love me. My wife loves me. I love me. But we want to transform lives. That's what I'm in this for. Y'all, we've transformed a lot of lives. We put a lot of relationships together. We keep a lot of relationships together. Y'all, if you want more content like this, I want you to stay tuned. And listen, as far as you wanting to communicate better for y'all, download the PCC, pocketcommunicationcoach.com. And I promise you, if you got a problem with your sister, your brother, your mom, or your father, it's going to show you how to sit in a way that they will be able to receive it. Y'all, thank you for rocking with us. Forgive us about the audio.
Thanks.
The audio, y'all, we working through. This is our first show.
Yes.
First show. And listen, that's just life, y'all. It may not always, listen, let me leave y'all with this. I'm going to leave you with one thing. Don't let perfection is the enemy of progress. Mm-hmm. How many of you have stopped in your tracks because it wasn't perfect? Mm-hmm. How many of you have turned people to the side, have left some relationships because they weren't perfect? I say, measure it by the progress, y'all. And you know what? And as you keep going, you will get better. Later will get better. You will get better. And one day you'll smack your goal slap in the face. That's it. That's my commentary, baby. That's it for the night.
We are the Grand Canions.
I'm Kid.
I'm Karen. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We will see you guys on next Thursday without the static.
We working through it, y'all. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.